Okay. Oh. Let's see. Where is it going? Where am I? Okay. Kind of forgot what I was doing, but that's okay. Can I move this? No. No, I can't. Okay. Maybe there is a way, but I don't know it, so. Really is right in the middle of the screen, huh? Feels like it shouldn't be that big. System, duty. Focus bar, focus target bar. No, what is that one? Oath gauge. Where is the oath gauge? Okay. Yeah, I think that's probably a better save. Okay, there we go. Why did I have it so big before? Man. Ah, there he is. Did I not tell you he would return safe and sound? The deed is done, then. Titan is no more. Oh, right, that's what I just did. Okay. Good. There has been enough tragedy this day. He has been like that since he regained consciousness. We believe he can hear us, but he has made no attempt to respond. He is almost certainly still in shock, but we cannot discount the possibility that he's succumbed to the Primal's influence, should that prove to be the case. He must be put to death, like any other thrall, such as the Alliance's policy, yes? You have the right of it. But we must not rush to conclusions. After all, we once feared that Ysal's followers were beyond reason, and many have since laid down their arms and accepted Ishgard's peace. We can but watch, wait, and pray. Oh, man. Remember this all being really heartbreaking. And no wonder I took a minute. There is naught to be gained from dwelling on an eventuality over which we have no control, much less one which may never even come to pass. Let us tend to more immediate matters, informing Commander Bloyden of Titan's demise, for example. You may be certain that he will be glad of the news. Would you be so kind as to break it to him? Oh, you're a sight for sore eyes. Oh, the others came back without you. I feared the worst, but they said you had matters well in hand. All settled then, is it? I'm glad to hear it, but not half as glad as my men'll be, but believe you me. Regardless of whether or not he was summoned properly, a primal's a primal, and there ain't a soul in the maelstrom that hasn't lost a friend to one. Don't get me wrong, like, we were all prepared to do our part, but we weren't so naive as to think we'd live to tell the tale. Thankfully, of course, it didn't come to that, which, my friend, sounds to me like cause for celebration. Now, I know you have lots of places to be, but why not stay the night? We'd be honoured to raise a glass to the triumphant return of Titan's Bane.
Who goes there? Oh, it's you. Forgive me for straying from the camp. He hasn't been feeling too welcome, to say the least. I thought a change of scenery might do him good. But, alas. It's so quiet out here. The stars spread out before us, beckoning across time and space. Dawn may banish even the darkest night. How bitterly beautiful, those words. I should be stronger for all my experiences. Yet my heart aches more than ever. I never understood why Grandfather gave his life that day. I thought that if I came here, I would find the answers I needed. But when I finally laid eyes on the land he sacrificed everything to save, saw firsthand the bickering, the pettiness, I was disappointed. I was angry. I could not fathom how these people were more deserving of his love than his family, than me. Nevertheless, I had to believe he had good reason. I was determined to uncover the whole truth of the calamity and, perhaps in so doing, find my own purpose in this sea of chaos. My travels have been enlightening, but I cannot say that I have enjoyed them. I have lost count of the many petty crises that I was helpless to resolve and of the people whose actions I could not understand. There were others, of course. Good people. People with whom I felt a kinship, whose lives I could not save.
God damn, girl.
I found myself asking what it was all for. Why try if I was doomed to fail in the end? But then I recalled Grandfather's words to my father, years ago, before he left Charlayan behind forever. To ignore
what was
the
your
plight
father
of
doing?
those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. We must all protect that which we hold most dear in the manner of our own choosing. We have to try, do we not? Of course, it's one thing to try and another to do. There were times while I was tracking the warriors of darkness when I faltered, when I was afraid. But then I thought of my brother, of Urianger. Oh, pray forgive me. This conversation has been rather one-sided, hasn't it? Mayhap you could recount some of your adventures in Ishgard.
Ugh.
We had no clear memories of our life in the hinterlands, having returned to the motherland as infants. Nevertheless, I am quite familiar with Master Matoya, as is every Charlayan. I should like to speak with her someday. 'Twould not surprise me if Alphino's recent maturation was at least somewhat due to her sage guidance. I would never tell him this, of course, but there have been moments when I've caught myself thinking of him as an elder brother. The hopes and dreams of so many rest on your shoulders, Warrior of Light.
Yeah,
As long
everybody.
as the sun rises, we can but carry on. For the sake of those we hold dear.
Oh, Alphanet's creeping. Bitch ass warrior of darkness. It's got a goofy ass name. Is that Orangier? Cause it.
To
I
what
don't know.
end dost thou cling to the tainted gifts of the Mother?
Every tool has its purpose. Even this.
I hate his beard so much.
Well, what is it?
The seeds sown in Vilbrand have been plucked from the earth and left to wither. Alas, Titan's demise sufficed not to drive the kobolds to deepest desperation.
What did the man in white have to say?
That we are to proceed as he did first set forth.
Well, that's easy for him to say. It's not his bloody world on the brink of destruction, is it?
Be thou well reminded that with an end to Ishgard's unrest, naught now remaineth to preoccupy the Scion's thoughts. and thus may they devote their every energy to thwarting thee and thine. I foresee only greater difficulties ahead.
Oh, and it's all their fault. Why did they interact with me at all? They would be off better not even have spoken to the Warrior of Light, because now we're focused on them.
Foresee? Are you sure you don't welcome them? I'm starting to think you might hold a candle for your old friends after all.
Pray do not mistake mine intent. I but look upon the path which lieth before us with due trepidation. Shouldst thou be of like mind, pray consider then another course. For the power to invoke the ardor belongeth not unto the Asians alone. With thine own hand strike down thine enemy, the so-called hero who would see thy home lost to light. Do but this, and thou wouldst at a single stroke disrupt the all-too delicate balance of this realm, plunging her straightways into chaos.
I'd like to see you try.
You do realize what you're suggesting, yes?
To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. The words of my teacher, and a creed I hold close to my heart.
Very well. Draw him out. We'll make it quick.
It shall be done.
I like his flowers, I'll give him that. But yeah, that's definitely Orangier, right?
What good a creed one cannot uphold? What hurts soothed? What lives saved? Oh, hapless fool.
Yeah, he
Nymphilia, my friends,
really likes to prose.
I shall not now beg your forgiveness. Full deeply though it paineth me to walk it, I shall not stray from my chosen path. As Moonbreeder remains steadfast, so too shall I.
All right. What ho, Zeramar? I trust you had a good night's rest. I was but this moment speaking with Thancred and Y'shtola via Link Pearl. They had some interesting news to share. Apparently, during the course of their respective investigations, both came across crates which had once borne Ishgarian seals. It would seem that someone in the capital has been very busy indeed. Accordingly, the Temple Knights have launched a full-scale investigation. Sir Emmerich believes that it is only a matter of time before the culprits are found, but we shall have to wait and see. In the meantime, it seems only prudent to look into the recent activities of the other tribes, in case they too are flush with Ishgarian crystals. And with that... Oh, hi there, Juicy Fruit. And with that in mind, I suggest we pay Erontier another... Wait, where is Alicia? She was here... Alice. Where is Alice? She was here a moment ago with Gabu. I don't really see her. Oh, there she is. How'd I say it? Let me guess. It's time to leave, isn't it? My apologies for disappearing again. If it is any consolation, I have already bagged my things. How is he? Brother, Commander Bloyden, something tells me that you're not solely here out of concern for his welfare. But to answer your question, there has been no change. He will not speak or eat. I'm not sure if he slept. If he did, he seems none the better for it. He just shuffles about with that same expression on his face. You will look after him, won't you, Commander, and treat him with every kindness? He's still in there, I know it. Beneath the anguish and the despair, he's still fighting with all of his heart. He deserves to be given that chance, until he comes back to us, until we know for certain what has become of him. Aye, you needn't worry. If he hadn't risked his neck to warn us and help you secure the better part of the crystals, this could have turned out a damn sight worse than it did. We'll not soon forget that, nor will Maelstrom Command. I'm so sorry, Gabu. I truly am. I should never have been made to... And I cannot possibly understand. Mayhap there's nothing I can do or say. The pain, the anger, the helplessness. Hold fast to the memories of better times. Remember them as they were. And when it hurts so much your heart feels fit to burst, let it burst. Let it burst and fill up again with your love for them, and never ever forget. Come along, little one. I will remember them. And you, Alice, eh? Thank you. Have faith, sister. Your words have reached him. In time, he will recover. And those who orchestrated these events will be made to answer for their crimes. A thousand times over, aye, there will be a reckoning. I mean, I'm dressed for it. I'm dressed for a reckoning. Oh, Return to the Waking Sands. Okay. I suppose. Don't I have a ticket? Save a quick buck or two. We have heard the glad tidings from Ol Gomorrah, my friends. By the grace of the 12 and your most valiant efforts, the people of Limsa Lomanissa may rest easy. I should like to think so, yes. Though we failed to prevent the Lord of Craigs from manifesting, we did succeed in weakening him, enabling our friend to dispatch him before the Warriors of Darkness could make matters worse. 'Twas by no means an unmitigated success, but it will have to suffice. Then let us speak of another matter, one which weigheth heavy on my lady's mind. As thou didst request, I sought out the Gurren oracles, that we might better understand the aims of the warriors of darkness. Though their copious use of allegory defieth any single interpretation, the oracles paint a most disturbing picture, one of worlds parallel to our own, apart yet linked, reduced to ruin with every umbral calamity. 7 times they've succeeded, then of 10 and 3, only 6 worlds remain. I all is as my lady Menphilia spake unto thee. God damn it. As for what becometh of these reflections when they and the source are rejoined, frail flesh undone in umbral fires, each soul surrendereth to her call, to flow unto the endless sea, there to endure as one and none. Then if the worst of darkness succeed, everyone in their world will die? In essence, the verse speaketh of the renunciation of the flesh, and subsequent return to the life stream. However, this fate may yet be preferable to the alternative, for if the first were to fall to transcendent light in the manner the warrior of darkness described, it would give way unto a void wherein none may know either life or death. Far better to die, they reason, for in death there is life. The essence of a soul which returneth unto the source may be born anew, saved. Such, at least, is their belief, I surmise. If that is true, then, gods, no one should have Take two. If that is true, then, gods, no one should ever have to make such a choice. Ere we speak further on this subject, I would share with thee another recent discovery. 'Twould seem that several sizable shipments of crystals have been delivered into the hands of certain Almegan parties. Almegans? Strange. And you believe this to be the work of the same Ishgardian smugglers who supplied the beast tribes? I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, and lest thou wonder at their motive, I would remind you that the Asians did once attempt to bring about the summoning of Ralga. The individuals who took receipt of these shipments are refugees belonging to a group devoted to the cause of Almegan liberation. It may also interest thee to know that their Ishgardian suppliers appear to be none other than the remnants of Eileen Rael's network of spies. Surely you jest. Yet, it is not so surprising. Bereft of leadership and hunted by the Alliance, I can well imagine such villains being desperate enough to conspire with the Asians, assuming they even know or care who their new employers are. All of which is irrelevant. Forgive me. We must seek out the resistance group which received the crystals without delay. Zeramar, Alice, will you come with me to Little Alamigo? Yes, of course. I should like to hear what they have to say for themselves firsthand. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal? Well, she just knows that he's working with the Asians, I guess. I don't know. Elfenord, Alice, Zeramar, are you three listening? Good. I have tidings. The Temple Knights raided the smuggler's warehouse less than an hour ago. A cursory interrogation of the prisoners yielded confirmation that they were in the employ of, and I hope you're sitting down, a man in black robes. Then you have them, and the crystals too? What few remained, regrettably, it would seem they dispatched one final shipment in the hours before we struck. It was bound for Little Alamigo, we are told, where it will be received by members of a local resistance group. Since Sir Emmerich's men no longer have need of my services, I have a mind to head that way. As do we. By happy coincidence, we learned of the shipments but a few moments ago. Ha! And there I was thinking I might finally be one step ahead of the warrior of light and his little helpers. Wait a minute, there's more, and I defy you not to be surprised by this revelation. The leader of the Ishgardian smugglers was formerly in the employ of one Eileen Rael, the infamous Ivy herself. Once again, Thancred, I fear I must inform you that... Thancred, with whom else have you shared this information? About the smugglers? No one. As I think I mentioned, the raid was less than an hour ago. I was planning to contact Stormblood next, but is there someone else you would have me notify first? No, there isn't. Yeah, little fucking sus. How did Irangier find out all this, man? Obviously, it's a trap. He's a big old bitch. I never liked him from the beginning. in the world has gotten into her? It is twice now that we have sought Erangier's aid, and twice she has treated him as if he were a stranger. The Archon was one of Grandfather's most dedicated pupils, and spent as much time at the Levier estate as we did. He's practically a member of the family. Truth be told, I struggled to recall a day from my childhood when I did not see the three of them laughing together. If this continues, I may have to raise the matter. Later, though, little Alamigo awaits. Have I been? Oh, I've been to Little Alamigo, not, Alamigo, right? I'm just talking to myself. I don't know who I'm expecting to have a confirmation from. Okay. I will get to the bottom of this. Oh, forgive me. It has been a long day. Did you have something to say? Roger? Oh, I've always struggled to understand what's going on in his head, now more than ever. Listen, Zerma, if anything should happen, it should be me who... Just know that I am prepared to do what must be done. Right, then, to more pressing matters. Since we have no idea when Thancred might arrive, I suggest we see what information we can gather in his absence. So, to review, we are reliably informed that the members of the Alamegan resistance operating here have taken receipt of several large shipments of crystals, our task being to ascertain who and why. Given the size of the settlement, I find it hard to believe that anyone here could be wholly unaware of the resistance movements. The challenge, of course, will be finding individuals who are both able and willing to share such information with outsiders. It would seem sensible to divide our forces. Zeramar, why don't you question the residents in the eastern half of town? Adise and I will do the same in the west, and afterwards we can rendezvous here to share our findings. The resistance? Damned if I know. It's not as if they've been any use to him. Have you set store by all these tales of secret weapons? Good luck to you. But I'm too old for the mass bedtime stories. This is our lot, and it's time we get used to it. I see you there. Going around asking questions, looking for the Griffin and his lot, I'll bet. Seems they're the talk of Little Alamingo these days. Folk wondering what he's about, what he's got in store for the Guardians, and what's under that mask of his, of course. Some say he's hardly got a face, what with all the scars. Others reckon he's been mocked for death by the Empire, and that they'd send a bloody legion if they knew he was here. Your guess is as good as mine. Okay. Let me guess. Come to join the fight, have you? No need to deny it, friend. You're not the first to answer the Griffin's call. While he's lit a fire in every Alamegan's heart, he's also inspired more than a few old duns to pledge themselves to the cause, and little wonder, the Guardians won't stop until we're all under the yoke. Okey-doke. I suppose I should ask what you learned, but I think I already know. The Griffin seems to be the leader of a newly formed faction within the Resistance, the Masks. Yet despite their growing popularity, no one seems to know much about them, only that they are the most aggressively militant group to join the movement in recent memory. Indeed, many claim their commitment to the cause of Alamegan liberation is unrivaled. We can but hope their revolutionary fervor is never channeled in the direction of a primal. Though I feel confident that this is the group which received the crystal shipments, we yet lack proof. Before taking any action, I would speak with the settlement's leader to confirm my suspicions, and mayhap enlist his help while I'm about it. Given that you and Gundabald are already acquainted, mayhap it would be best if you took the lead, shall we? been a while since I spoke to him. Howdy there, Gondabold. Much as it pleases me to see you again, sir, I cannot help but wonder if I should be worried. I hear you and yours have been asking questions. The Griffin, I know of him, as do we all. He and his mass have become a leading faction within the Resistance. Though there was suspicion at first, given his secretive ways, he quickly proved himself a charismatic and capable commander. Men are drawn to his passion and his vision. They truly believe that he has what it takes to lead them to victory. Even I cannot help but admire the man for what he's accomplished. But I have not forgotten Wilred. I was blind to the danger of his ambitions, and you were not. The Griffin will soon deliver a speech to our people at the sunken Temple of Quan. Go and see him with your own eyes. Weigh his words with your own heart. How convenient. 'Tis but a pity Thancred is not here to join us. You two go on ahead. I shall stay behind and wait for him. Man, it's been so long since I've been over here in earnest. Is that a watermelon? Oh, we'll just split in half. Has it begun already? I hear voices coming from within. Really tripped me out, man. I hate that I get work emails after work. I want to mute them. This guy's a little
Brothers and
suspicious.
sisters, 20 years ago, Alamigo, our home, was claimed by the Garlean Empire. In our haste to overthrow the King of Ruin, we turned a blind eye to our foes in the north. With our glorious revolution, we but laid a path for a new tyrant to succeed the old. And when confronted with our failure, we fled. Not a day goes by that I do not think of those we left behind. Think of them and feel ashamed. And I know each and every one of you feels the same.
What is this? Fucking Ezio?
We abandoned them, our own flesh and blood, to labor till their backs gave in and their breath gave out, building the twisted steel ramparts which now mar our once majestic mountain. We abandoned them, the brave and true, to fight and die for their country, or worse, to be conscripted and sent off to rob another poor bastard of his home. We abandoned them, the meek and powerless, to bow and scrape when the Garleans pass, to sully themselves that they might live to see another day of misery. The Black Wolf may be dead, but a new Imperial Viceroy reigns in Alamigo now. A beast, not a fraction as merciful. You all know the Eorzean Alliance will do naught to oppose him. For all their promises and platitudes, they will not act if there's no profit in it. Only we can free our brothers and sisters from the Empire's tyranny, my friends. Only we have the courage to stand and fight.
Makes a good speech.
They have imprisoned us. They have enslaved us. And they have murdered us. But no more. Blood demands blood. And the Garleans shall pay for every drop they have spilt upon our land.
But how are you gonna get people to do it?
This
I promise you, for we have a power within us, my friends. A power befitting our pride, our
Let's see, here we go.
righteousness. Only join us, and we shall grant you the means to unleash it, and together we shall see the Alamegan standard raised over the mountains of Gia Arbania once more.
I don't know, man. What's this power you speak of?
A power befitting their pride. Not at all ominous, that. Wait, is that...
Hey, Pablo Mia?
What are you two doing here?
What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing.
Well, well, this is quite the surprise.
If you see what I see, if you feel as I feel,
Might I suggest we continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings?
for it is not strength of arms that will win this battle, but strength of heart.
And how heavily armed is the Alamegan? I mean, like, what, the Garlean Empire is kind of like Russia? I mean, I don't know. Nope. Words cannot express how glad I am to see you both alive and well. And you? Thought it was pretty obvious you and Terma would be fine. The Crystal Braves never had a realistic chance of capturing any of the Scions, divided as they were and distrusted by the better part of Eorzea. But if you truly believe that, forgive me, what exactly have you two been doing all this time? Repaying a favor. After the banquet, we had no choice but to flee Uldar, and we would not have been able to do so without the aid of some old friends from the Resistance. That's right, they smuggled us out of the city and sheltered us in Little Alamigo, all at great risk to themselves. Obviously, we couldn't let that go unacknowledged, so we offered to help them out with their operations for a while. What we learned of the Scion's exoneration, that Lola Rito had severed all ties with the Crystal Braves, and that the General Rabat had been reinstated, we resolved to make contact, but having long since discarded our link pearls as a precautionary measure, our options were rather limited. To make matters more complicated, we were embroiled in a delicate operation at the time, leaving me with little choice but to entrust a letter to a courier. I gather from your puzzled expressions, however, that you never received it. To be honest, we thought this might happen. While the mass are happy to let the refugees spread the word within the community, they're pretty strict about communicating with outsiders. Oh, and we also heard a rumor that the Griffin doesn't want us meddling in his affairs. The Griffin mistrusts the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? Curious. It is well known that we are no friends to Garlemald. One would think the man we saw beseeching all and sundry to join his cause would welcome our support. I would say that the man you saw was not in fact the Griffin, but an impersonator, and a talented rabble-rouser to boot. It would not surprise me if he were responsible for the majority of these public appearances. As you may have gathered, the Griffin is an extremely cautious and distrusting man who has made every effort to conceal his identity. Even when we participated in a raid under his direct command, we were not permitted to approach him. It's hard to know what to make of it all, the secrecy, the impersonators, the masks. She says. What? It's not as if I'm making all of you wear one, and mine only covers half my face. It's completely different. Anyway, when we heard the Griffin was due to give a speech, we thought it might be a good opportunity to get a better sense of the man behind the... to get a better sense of the man. For all the good it did. And now you have heard the whole of it. But tell me, what prompted you to take an interest in the Griffin? Summoning? You're not serious. I can't believe it. The Resistance would never have been entertained such a ridiculous plan. But the Griffin, well, the man is an enigma. I cannot say with any confidence what he would or would not do. What I can say, however, is that the speech we heard today was not the first to make reference to a power capable of defeating the Empire. The mass have been made many such claims of late. I confess, I had assumed it to be a mere bluster, but in the context of the shipments of which you spoke, it is not impossible that they are alluding to a primal. Whatever it is, we'll find out together, and if anyone tries to stop us, they'll answer to me. Indeed, that is, assuming you'll have us. Okay, so that's everybody accounted for, right? Then... honorable heroes, okay. If, as you suspect, the Griffin is indeed plotting to summon a primal, we must needs obtain confirmation while there is yet time to act. To that end, I propose we question his double. Given his role as the group's de facto mouthpiece, I should not be surprised if he were one of the Griffin's closest associates, and while he may not be aware of the most sensitive details, he can probably tell us the master plan in broad strokes. Like the man whom he impersonates, however, he is wary of outsiders. He will not expose himself without a suitable incentive. My plan is as follows. You and Alphino will pose as adventurers fallen on hard times, inspired by his words to take up arms for a noble cause. Ida and I, as members of the Resistance, will recount tales of your past achievements, and testified as to your usefulness in the struggles ahead. With our enthusiastic assurances still ringing in his ears, he will decide to welcome you in person, and we will arrange a meeting. You will need to look the part that we might maintain the charade, until we have him cornered at least. Here, there should be enough to purchase suitable garments for Tailbot, and to have him rub a respectable amount of dirt on them for good measure. Any questions? Man, I can't believe this is the second time I'm doing this. It all seems simple enough, thank you. And with that, Zaramar, let us be off. Adventure who fell on hard times, but don't mind the dragon. You wanna buy what? I don't know what you're up to, but I want no part of it. Well, you're the ones with the guild, and seen as your friends of Pablo Mio. There, tunic and socks for the both of you, tailored and treated to your taste. Now off with you before someone sees us together. Clothes make the man, as they say. Right then, I will go and change and see you at the spot Pablo Mio marked on our maps. Gotta be in Thanalan. Oh, it's because I don't have the clothes on. Yeah. Should've just flown around the other way. Man, I can't believe that's done enough to kill him. Okay. Okay, wearing the shepherd's tunic and slops. Whoops. Oh, I really gotta get rid of some of this. Shepherd's tunic. Okay, hold on. Why do I have 2 of these? And slops? Oh, there we go. Truly, nothing suspicious about me. Well, look at us, a pair of down-at-heel adventurers seeking a chance to recapture past glories. Yes, this should suffice. Hey, look, some other people doing the same thing. And now we play the waiting game. Fucking ridiculous.
My thanks, comrades.
Oh.
You must be the esteemed adventurers of whom I've heard so much. I understand you have taken an interest in our cause.
A great interest, you might say. Your words have certainly made quite an impression on my friend and I. The Resistance has long, and some would say wisely, avoided open engagements with the Garleans, but you and yours seem confident against the world in arms. I can only assume you have good reason to be so bold. Why, one might even think you are planning to summon a primal. Because that would do much to explain the sizable shipment of crystals you recently received from your smuggler friends, whom our Ishgardian allies have since detained, lest you wonder.
It's a trap.
I'd like to hear more about the Griffin. The real Griffin. Your performance earlier didn't fool us.
Yeah, Ezio.
The famous scions of the Seventh Dawn. I should have known better than to think I could conceal the truth from you lot. You are right. I am not the Griffin, but I speak with his voice, and it was at his behest that we procured those crystals. You are wrong, however, if you think that we procured them to summon a primal. We used them to reach an accord with the Amalja. In exchange for crystals to summon their god, they will aid us in the fight for Alamegan liberation.
You've got to be joking. Have you gone completely mad? When people find out you helped the Lizardmen summon Ifrit, they'll turn on the Resistance. Alamigo will never be free.
This isn't a fairy tale, girl. We don't have the luxury to play at being honorable heroes. It's because the likes of you wouldn't sully your saintly hands that Alamigo's been under the yoke for the past 20 years. But the Griffin won't stand for it, and neither will we. We're ready to do whatever it takes.
What proof do you have of this arrangement with the Amalja?
What? Aside from a lack of crystals? None. But the beastmen have a great big pile of the things if you fancy looking. You might want to hurry, though. It'll not be long before they summon their god.
Oh Be the third time I've killed it.
Search
so
our camp
whatever.
if you don't believe me. We have naught to hide.
If there is a cache to be found, Ida and I will find it.
Then let us be off.
Then let's be off.
Are you perchance the warrior of light? Aye. I thought so. You should know that a great many who have joined us did so because you saved them. Because you showed them that one brave man can make a difference. You saved me too once. Helped a friend over in Quarry Mill make some medicine I needed. But that was a lifetime ago.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
On behalf of my brothers and sisters, I thank you. You gave us hope where there was none, courage and strength when all was lost. We shall not squander your gift.
I know that look, Ida, and I do not like it. You cannot seriously be contemplating taking up arms with that band of cutthroats.
I just...
I forgot that his voice actor is different. You haven't heard him that much.
If the Griffin and his men have their way, it is only a matter of time before the situation in Alamigo comes to a head.
Because his voice is a lot more like the voice that I was doing.
Your homeland's future teeters on a knife edge, and any reckless action, however small, could have irrevocable consequences. You mustn't lose sight of that, Ida. When the time comes, we must all make our choices, but we must do so in full possession of the facts. Now, let us away. There is work to be done.
Alright, I gotta change out of this. I look fucking ridiculous otherwise. Quarry Mill, he said. Do you remember? Forgive me, you cannot be expected to recall every name and face, and besides, it's not as if it matters. I've long admired how you live in the present, how you focus on the problems at hand and always keep moving forward. So let us keep moving forward together, Zermar. We must find and secure those crystals. There's no time for looking back. God. Let's go with it. Cordon bleu. Oh boy. If we take the Griffin's double at his word, then the crystals are now somewhere within Zaharak, ready to be put to use by the Amleja. We must apprise Alice of all we have learned. I will join you both in Little Alamigo after I have changed. Ah, buddy. You can just change right here. No one minds if they see your wiener. Now that Thancred has finally arrived, mayhap you could share your latest findings? Oh, I found so much. Always. You mean to tell me that while we were worrying ourselves sick, Eden and Papamia were here all along? Well, Y'shtola will be relieved. And also angry. Mainly angry, I should think. As for the crystals, what choice do we have? We cannot very well leave them in the hands of the Amleja. For all we know, they could be preparing to summon Ifrit even as we speak. We must make for Zaharak without delay. Agreed. If there is naught else to discuss, let us depart at once. Oh, is that Enochier? That fucking bitch. And so they go forth, in accordance with the Griffin's plan. The players gather to assume their marks on a stage wreathed in flame. Ere long the curtain shall rise, and the drama of which I am author, gods forgive me, shall at last be performed. Naught else remaineth, save to stand at the ready and pray that the chance is seized, for never shall we know its like again. I confess I expected a warmer greeting, but we must not jump to conclusions, not until we have braved the bowl of embers. We must be ready to engage the enemy at any moment. If you would make any final preparations, pray do so now. I shall await your signal. I'm gonna take a 5-minute break before I get the whole thing here. snack, but we just ended up ordering DoorDash instead. Alright, proceed.
This isn't right. The Emulger would never leave this place so poorly guarded.
Maybe it's a trap.
Not willingly, no.
Oh boy.
The saviors of Eorzea.
Okay.
Slow as ever.
By the 12. Will you never learn?
You know, you're right. Mayhap it is time for a change of tack. Killing primals, tormenting beastmen, hastening the birth of a new god. It's all a bit much, isn't it? And frankly, we don't have the leisure to do it. But killing the warrior of light, on the other hand, that would soon plunge Eorzea into chaos.
Fucking bring it, buddy.
One life for one world. A fair exchange. Wouldn't you agree?
Lest you forget, you've more than one opponent.
Carbuncle! Defend me!
Oh, nice going, Carbuncle. You finally got a
I sense
on-screen
you will
appearance.
offer more than mere target practice, unlike your sister.
Alize!
Alize, do you have any powers, girl?
Did I not tell you, Alphino? I am not the girl I once was. My brother was always the clever one, while my talents lay elsewhere.
I hope it's a gun. Oh.
If you would dare to stand against us, to destroy all that we hold dear, then you shall die by my sword.
Let's finish this.
Yeah, let's do it, buddy. Okay, alright, alright, I can't use my other powers yet. Okay.
There's no escape.
Okay, I gotta kill this guy, come on. Did he revive that person? Oh, I thought I killed him. Oh, well, fuck. I'll just keep fighting you then. Oh, but if they're connected, then... Not sure how to fight this guy. Not really much of a challenge, but if he can keep reviving people, that really will be a bit of a bitch, huh? Oh, but he hasn't revived everything. Okay, never mind. Oh boy. Ah, you got me.
It ends now. What?
The chains!
You snake! You would betray us as well?
He that holdeth fast unto his convictions shall never count betrayal amongst his crimes, though all the world may call him villain. My path is unchanged, my creed sacrosanct. But say, warrior of darkness, and speak true, what dost thou believe? That rendering up the souls of thy world in service to the rejoining will grant it salvation? Nay.
By the 12! Oriange!
That stupid fucking...
Mine apologies, Master Alphino. That the brightest light might shine, duty did compel me to walk in darkest shade.
You sweet fool. I was almost willing to believe you had turned against us. I expect a full explanation when this is over. For now, may I assume you have turned your cloak for the last time?
Thou mayest, my lady.
Damn. Convince me.
By thy leave.
How many people keep dying and stuff? I just... can't trust
Even
anybody.
odds, then. No matter. We'll crush the lot of you in one fell swoop!
Understood.
Hearken to me. We only have one chance. Channel your ether into my blade that I might strike before the mage casts his spell. I cannot do it alone, but...
Okay, let's do it. I really wish there was some kind of mini game sometime.
Make ready! They come!
Alright, we doing this? How do I do that? 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 How? Channel ether. How do I do that? I don't understand the assignment. Does that do it? Oh man, I'm so confused. Since when have I given ether? I don't know what I'm doing. Do I just wait? I don't know how to do that. Focus? How do I focus? Oh god. Oh. Oh, right there. Oh god. I didn't even see that. Okay, so I'm just supposed to fight them. Oh shit. Okay. Oh boy, okay. So then they give ether and then I give ether. I literally didn't even see that option. Okay, where do I give it? No, I might actually be able to do this. Who's roommate? Okay, this girl. Whoops-a-daisy. Hey guys, can you get him away from me? Fuck. God damn it. I'm gonna fucking lose this. This sucks. God damn it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. It wasn't even difficult. It's just a long... Oh, God. I'm glad that
This
I
isn't right. The Emulger wouldn't...
looked that up, because I would never have figured that out. At least I got close, but... Is this the power of the echo? I will kill you, Magus and Dark. Yeah, because he's invulnerable during that time. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, and then he does this stupid chain thing. Okay. Okay. Now I know what to do, so that'll be much easier. You can't get me, na 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 na. Hey! Stay away from me. Stay away from me. Oh, and then he heals every time. Okay. So I should just... Nope. No. Wait, yeah, him. There we go.
I can feel it. Just a little more.
Oh, did we get all of them? Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, damn. Yeah, this is when I have to put him down or else he won't stop attacking me, right? Yeah. So I fucked up last time. He had too much health still. And fuck you. Oh, come on. Yeah, distract him. There we go. And that's 100 out of 100. That's it. That's it. We've got them.
'Tis done. With this blade, I banish the darkness.
No. Not like this.
Damn, did we really just kill them? Because that'd be pretty funny. I mean, he used a lot of energy.
Alize, are you hurt?
A touch dizzy, but otherwise fine. Thank you.
And there you have it. Our friend is too stubborn to die.
We are far from finished. Or have you never considered how we came to this world?
Crystals? You mean, like the Ascians?
Just so. As the Ascians flee unto the rift twixt planes with crystals of darkness, so did these warriors come hither with crystals of light.
Eloquent, as always. Aye, like the Ascians, we too are beyond death. You cannot defeat that which is eternal.
We have before.
Wait! Such methods as the Ascians employ require the renunciation of the flesh. You would have had to... .
Yeah, they have to kill
At
themselves,
long
right?
last, you see. To save our world, we gave our lives.
Oh.
We were just adventurers trying to make our way. An odd job here, a favor there. We never aspired to be warriors of light. But word of our deeds spread. And soon people were calling us heroes. They placed their hopes and dreams on our shoulders and bid us fight for all that was good and right. We fought, and we fought, and we fought, until there was no one left to fight. We won! And now our world is being erased from existence. We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this. You of all people should understand. We cannot, we will not falter. We brought our world to the brink of destruction, and now we must save it.
I've died before, Arbet. I'm not afraid to die again.
Arbert?
No matter how many times we fall, we must rise and carry on the fight for those we left behind.
So if I'm understanding this right, they have to plunge the world into darkness so that there's a balance of darkness and light.
To have known the depth of sorrow and embraced the highest sacrifice. Nonetheless, Master Louis-Sois, guide my hand, I pray you, as fate's thread spinneth upon this most capricious spindle.
Still annoying, though.
Quickly! Thou must needs invoke the power of thy crystal.
What is this place?
Such pain. Such sorrow. Oh, my dear children.
It can't be.
Mother Heidelin, hearken unto your children's plea. From two worlds do we gather, and from two worlds do we offer a bounty of light. In this desperate hour we do beseech your intercession. We beg an audience with the word of the Mother, with your chosen Minfilia.
Your cries go not unheard, nor your sacrifices unnoticed. Though many are lost, there are those we can yet save, whom I can yet save.
She's back, baby.
Minfilia.
My wife.
Blessed children of the First, the light of your world hath grown blinding in its radiance, but it is not yet absolute. I will hie me to your world, and there take unto myself the light which riseth even now to drown it, as darkness once did drown another.
Now you deign to answer our prayers? I will suffer this farce no longer!
Yeah, buddy, you're in the God's realm.
As the Ascians must serve as instruments of Zodiark's will, so too must others carry out the will of Hydaelyn. But for the boon you have granted her, she has grown strong enough to set me free, that I might serve as her emissary. Your suffering, your sacrifice, your supplications, she has heard all. We will not let the first fall to light. Thank you, Urianger, for bringing everyone here. It fills my heart with joy to look upon the faces of my friends once more.
In taking you unto her bosom, I knew that Hydaelyn had bequeathed to you a sliver of her grace, granting you strength long sought. And in treating with the Ascians, I learnt of a star like unto our own, a doomed world of fallen heroes in whom I glimpsed ourselves, the first. Full long did I search for a means to save this world, concluding at the last that the answer lay in the power of blessed crystals. And thus did I labor to set light against dark.
Oh?
Yet I knew from the beginning that this salvation would not come without sacrifice. For the instrument of the first's deliverance would of necessity be required to journey thither, there to remain, mayhap forever.
You orchestrated all of this, not to save her, but to send her away.
He's still
One
kind of a
life
piece of
for
shit.
one world. Such was the bargain, and you the coin, though it were not mine to spend.
Have we not walked together in the light of the crystal, and at her bidding borne witness to the joys and sorrows of this land? Each and every one of you knows my heart. If this be the price I must pay, I pay it gladly.
You would go alone then?
Oh, Thancred.
My dearest Thancred, you who have ever watched over me, I am truly grateful for all you have done on my behalf, as would my father be. Your kindness, your compassion, your love. These are your gifts to me, and our gifts to them, forming a bond which transcends time and space.
Damn.
Sometimes I forget you are not the child I once knew. Make me proud.
Oh, Thancred.
Long have I watched you from Hydaelyn's side, watched as you nurtured and kept safe the light of the dawn. The dark recesses of the world hide untold secrets and dangers. Thus do I entrust to you, Tupsimati,
Toop Samati.
I pray you, keep to the path that you may never have need of it.
I mean, with the Asians, though, don't I need it? This guy is so bitter that he's not the one who's going to save the world.
'Twould seem the power of our crystals is all but spent. Perhaps, if there is naught else to be done.
Hear me, servant of Hydaelyn. If you would have us place our trust in you, then I would ask a favor. Take us with you. Take us home. We were blind to the truth once, so I tell you this, as one fool to another. Light, dark, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you choose to use them. We made our choice and you see what came of it, so please, forge a different path. Seize a better fate.
That's crazy.
It is a strange feeling. So many times have I watched you depart, my heart filled with worry. And ever did you return to me in triumph. Someday, when I have found a way to free this star from her sorrow, I promise you I shall repay the favor.
Alright, cool. Oh, I'm so glad that she isn't, like, dead. Like, I thought she was, like, lost forever. Oh yeah, Y'shtola just missed out on all of it. Not that that is Y'shtola, but she did also miss out on all of it.
Thank you, Lemmy, for everything.
And her mom comes back, and then she disappears. Ugh. Man. Well, the Warriors of Darkness situation's taken care of, I guess. Okay, I gotta go get my DoorDash. Okay, I'm gonna eat while I try to voice over this. Oh god. Oh god. Wired headphones. It would seem that we are in southern Thanalan again. Memphilia is doing, no doubt. May the 12 speed her on her way, and the Warriors of Darkness too. I cannot help but wonder what awaits those wayward souls. If they gave their lives in order to travel to the source, then in returning to the first, would they not? But mayhap that was their wish. Forgive me, my thoughts were elsewhere, and this when I know full well there's yet work to be done. The crystals. Leave them to me. I will go back into Zahak and secure them. The Amlajar will still be in disarray after the thrashing the Warriors of Darkness gave them. They are not like to notice a lone bard skulking about. But Thancred, you don't have to do this, I know. But I want to. I will see you at the Rising Stones. I should go and find Yida and Poplamio. They must have finished searching this mass camp by now. Not that it matters anymore. You must be tired, Zamar. I know I am. If thou wilt permit me, my lady, I would ask a question. When didst thou become aware of mine independent pursuits? When I saw you meeting with that warrior of darkness and the Asian in the white at the great library, I tried not to think the worst. You've never been one to confide in others, so I knew that even when your intentions pure, you would not share your plans with us until you felt the time was right. But I cannot deny that a part of me feared that you simply betrayed us. Would that there had been another way. Know that I took no pleasure in deceiving thee, and that these sins will forever weigh heavy on my heart. I understand why you did what you did. That you but sought to achieve the greatest good while inflicting the least harm. Not many would have the courage to make that decision. But even knowing what came of your actions, I find that I cannot condone them. I'm sorry. Zaramar, forgive me, but I believe the events of the day have taken their toll on me. I would like to rest for a while. If thou wilt grant me leave, I would gladly escort thee on to a refuge of thine own choosing. Once my lady hath regained her strength, we shall join thee at the Rising Stones. Until then, warrior of light. Okay. Oh. Man, it is so hard to eat and play video games at the same time. I don't know how people do it. Okay. This voice acted? Nope. Well met, Zelmar. Alphino said you would be joining us. Oh, shit. A bunch of dialogue just pop up? Actually... Oh, it's on auto, that's why. I don't believe it. The crystals, Memphilia, all of it. It's just... I don't know what it is. I sympathize, Ida. Even now I struggle to comprehend that which I saw. The only thing I can say with any certainty is that I feel blessed to have but granted a final chance to speak with her. 'Twas bittersweet, aye, but also affirming. Alphinaud, I believe it is past time Ida and I rejoin the Scions. We have been away for far too long. Though I am loath to leave the Griffith to his own devices, I feel our investigation would benefit from your more passionate perspectives, and hope that we might in turn offer our own opinions on the many challenges that you have faced in our absence. Gods, it's been absolutely ages, hasn't it? I can't wait to hear about everyone's adventures. We should be glad to recount them, and Tatru's tales may well surprise you. Ida Roggle be praised. It is you. Ida, alive and standing here before me in the flesh. I can hardly believe my eyes. Why can I be used to adjust seat left, right? Text auto advance. Yes. Okay, there we go. Oh, come on. Has it really been so long as you don't remember me? It's me, Gundamund. I fought beside your father in the Revolution. Do not think less of her, friends. It's been 20 years since the occupation sent us our separate ways, but the resistance were always welcome in little Alamigo. They gave us hope, and young Ida most of all. Aye, Ida here was always full of fire, even the first to volunteer for a mission, until the day she up and vanished, that is. There were rumors, and we feared the worst, but here you are, alive and well, looking nary a day older.
Well, what can I say? I'm sorry for running off like that and making you all worry. It's a long story, but you see, I got involved with my friends here, the Scions. Oh, sorry. We were still the Circle of Knowing back then, right? Anyway, I wanted to come back and tell you, but it was all very secretive stuff at the time, and as you can see, I'm completely fine. I know we've got a lot to talk about, and we will, but right now I've got to hurry back to headquarters. My friends are expecting me. Pray forgive her. It's been a very long day for us all. I promise we will visit again at the first opportunity. Let us return to the Rising Stones. Hell's take me for giving you that mask.
Oh. Does she not age?
Welcome home, Zeramar. I trust your journey was uneventful. You will be pleased to hear that Thancred has secured the crystals. He sent word a short while ago. Once he has delivered them safely into the Temple Knight's care, he will rejoin us here, and we can declare this matter officially resolved. While awaiting your arrival, I took the opportunity to contact Y'shtola and Creel, and brief them on all that has occurred. I also requested that they return to the Rising Stones at their earliest convenience. Now that our lost friends have been found, it would seem meet to discuss the future.
Weird way of putting it. Now, this seems like it would be voice acted, I hope.
Back in the Solar. It's been too long since we were all together like this. Not since after Moonbreeder.
Much has changed since then. We ourselves, most of all.
Though not all who were lost could be gathered here today, we may take comfort in the knowledge that those who are not are carrying on the fight.
While I am grateful to our friends in the north for their hospitality, it isn't half good to be back.
But, as Papalima rightly said, much has changed since we last stood here. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are not as they once were, nor should we be. Our travels in the north brought us into contact with a host of fine and generous people, and their selfless deeds serve to show me that it is not lofty causes that should inform our actions, but our hearts. And I hope that the Scions might continue in this manner, as individuals driven by individual principles. Provided we all sincerely desire to work towards Eorzea's salvation, I believe the paths we follow to achieve it need not, and should not, be dictated by any single ideal.
Companions bound by a common purpose, free to go whither they will. The idea is not without merit. Very well. I shall resume my research of the primals and the elder gods of Eorzea. Should anyone have need of my findings, you need only ask. I should be glad of your continued assistance.
Well, my main purpose in coming here was to see the signs of the Seventh Dawn restored and my dear friend found. Nevertheless, having involved myself in your struggles, I feel compelled to see them through to the bitter end. For Minfilia's sake. That is, if there are no objections.
You will always be welcome here, Kryle.
Kryle.
Urianger, can we trust you to carry on your investigation of the Ascians as before?
Regardless of mine own desires, I am undeserving of your trust, having so villainously deceived you all.
Now, I'll hear no more of that. It would be disrespectful of Minfilia's wishes.
And Thancred already did the same thing.
She entrusted matters here to us, that we might protect this star and understand the truth which hides at her heart. Mayhap I can handle the former, but I think you far better suited to the latter. No?
Sorry, I thought you were a piece of shit, Rogier.
Very well. Then out of love for my Lady Minfilia and Moonbreeder both, this shall be my solemn charge.
Papalimo and I should probably return to Thanalan to keep an eye on the Resistance. There's still the matter of the Griffin and the Amalja, not to mention the new Imperial Viceroy. That little lot must be worthy of our attention, right?
Up to you.
And what will you do, Alize?
You know I have no great love for organizations and formalities. That being said, this new approach you propose is not wholly objectionable, and we've always got him to keep us from bickering. But I will suffer no titles. I am not here for House Leveilleur, nor to walk in Grandfather's shadow.
Upon that point, we see eye to eye. If it please you, you may think of me as but another comrade in arms.
Well then, Alfie, I, for my part, shall see to the paperwork and the finances with my characteristic aplomb.
Aplomb?
I would not have it any other way, Tataru. And we mustn't forget you. What now for the Warrior of Light? Indeed.
The path behind us was fraught with hardship, and the path before us will be no less unforgiving. But a new dawn shall break over the realm, and I see before me the faces of those who will deliver it.
Alright, now I gotta peek quick. Goddamn. So then, that would be... Look at them, Zeramar, the science of the Seventh Dawn. Look how far we've come. The people we've met, the moments we've shared, the losses we've suffered, the tragedies we've overcome. All of it has made us who we are today. Where we go from here and what the future holds, only the 12 know. But I know that we will find out together.
One world's heroes are another world's villains. One world's loss, another world's gain. Where men go as one, there is life. And where there is life,
My friends, if I may, I would ask that you entrust Tupsimati to me. Clouds gather upon the horizon, and as Master Louisoix's disciple, I would keep it close at hand.
I don't know if that's a good idea. Sure, okay, alright, whatever, buddy.
Thank you. I shall guard it well.
You better. Went through fucking hell and back to get that thing.
there is cause to hope. For every ending, every parting, marks a new beginning.
Gonna be an Asian? Oh, no. They dress the same. Well done, brother. You may resume your normal duties and rejoin the others. The coming battle should be our greatest yet, and I intend to stand with you all on that glorious day. True believers are so readily led. I have given them everything they desired, all for which they have prayed. I doubt you can say the same for your pawns. Get what you wanted then. Was it all worth it in the end? There were some unexpected developments, but they were ultimately to our advantage. Be it host to a sphere of light or dark, a world bereft of equilibrium is but a void in waiting, and a void is of no use to my master. I shall follow her emissary with great interest. As for the pawns, whom you so pity, they have delivered unto me a gift, which I do now present to you. Oh, fuck. Come on. Stupid fucking eyes. The eyes of Nidhogg, many were the candidates considered, but by your deeds you have proven yourself the most deserving. A man of boundless rage and bottomless despair, in whose breast beats a heart which thirsts for vengeance. Only you are fit to wield these eyes, for weal or for woe.
For Will.
So it was here all along. Oh yeah, it's this guy. Oh, just you wait, my pretty. You and I are gonna have so much fun. Yeah, it is Nero. That's his name. Oh, ha 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 ha. No retreat, no surrender. No retreat, no surrender. Okay. I think that might be it for... I just want to make sure that that was the last... yeah, because then it's tidings from Gear Abania. That's 5 quests. And then 4 quests. And then it's Stormblood, which people seem to have mixed feelings on, so I'm really interested on that because people don't like Heavensward, or not Heavensward. People don't like Realm Reborn as much, but they have like mixed feeling. Like from what I've gathered, it seems like maybe emotionally it's kind of a lot to experience. So we'll see how that goes. But stick with me, and we'll finally get on the quests that lead up to Stormblood. Ba-da-da. Have a good day. Have a good night. Do whatever you want. I don't know.